This is Ayush Bajpayee, and today I would talk about one thing that has fascinated me since my early learning phases. And at that time, I was too much into the spirituality and everything. So you might have heard the phrase or the sentence or the question, and it is "Who am I?" Like everything around this phrase or this term. So today I was learning about this. And so before telling you about that, I would start with the word Vedanta. Like, what is Vedanta? Like, you might have you might have heard the term Upanishads, Vedas. So Upanishads are nothing but a collection of books and teachings by philosophers and sages and saints. So Vedanta is nothing but the teaching of the Upanishads, and they are major 10 to 12 Upanishads. They are called major because these were the main Upanishads that were commented by Adi Sankaracharya. And why did so? Because these were the Upanishads that were commented by the great guru of Adi Sankaracharya, that is Gaudapada. So Swami Gaudapada, what he did is he like one of the smallest, like the smallest Upanishad and the toughest Upanishad, that is Mandukya Upanishad. Like it is said that those who want mukti from this world, this this Upanishad is enough for them. Like Mandukya, it's good. It's for the mukti of the person. So if anyone wants mukti, he might, if he read this book, is enough. So this was the Upanishad that was commented by the great guru of Adi Sankaracharya. So, and like Mandukya Upanishad, it like Mandukya Karika is the Upanishad, and under it, this comes Mandukya Upanishad, and in Mandukya Karika, it consists of Mandukya Upanishad and also the commented portion by the Guru, great Grand Guru. So this was that, and Shankaracharya teaches this Upanishad into non-dualistic manner. And what do you mean by non-dualistic manner? It means that there are two things like dualistic way of teaching and non-dualistic way of teaching. In dualistic way of teaching, it tells like God and you are different. Like there is a God and you are some uh, creature and you worship God. But on the other hand, the non-dualistic way of teaching says, like you might have heard, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvam Asi. And like these are the phrases that comes under Advait or non-dualistic. So Sankaracharya teaches them in like Advait term. So I would just try to tell you a story, and after that I will like I'm currently learning also. So the thing is, once upon a time, Raja Janak, you know who is Raja Janak, father of Sita, Mata. So one day Raja Janak was sleeping in the night, and he was sleeping very peacefully. And what happened was it was around 2 o'clock night, and suddenly he heard his sentry coming towards him, rushing and roaring and telling the Raja that war has happened and the enemies have attacked us. So that what happened? The Raja Janak uh, stood up, started wearing his claws, armors, and with his sword and everything. And then they suddenly rushed towards the war. And what happened was the Raja Janak got defeated. And enemy king, what he did, he said, I will not kill you because you are a king. So I would send you to exile. Like, get out of this kingdom. This kingdom is mine now. So Raja Janak went away and walking and walking. After some time, when he was crossing the border of his kingdom, he went into another kingdom. And it's been days he has not eaten anything. So he was so much hungry, thirsty, like he was craving for food, and he didn't have any energy to do anything. And it was a very full moon, full warm day, like the sun was at its peak. So he saw that in that kingdom there was food being served to the people, and he rushed towards that. And by the time he reaches there, he saw that the food was empty, like there was no food left. So he asked them if anything could happen. So the person who was serving the food saw that at the last of the bowl there was some starch left. So he served that starch to the Raja, and as soon as Raja Janak started to eat it, the eagle went and just poured into that bowl and kicked that bowl, and the bowl went to the ground, and everything was messed up. So Raja Janak was terribly sad and depressed, and he thought that everything is so miserable and so bad in this world, and he was so feeling so how can like lonely and broken. He started roaring and crying and fell down in the ground. And suddenly, what happened? Like the sentries came and said, "What happened? What happened?" So at that time, he realized that this was dream. So he was shocked, and sentries said, "What happened? What happened?" Because they didn't know what happened. They just saw Raja ji screaming. So the thing is, Raja Janak was a very analytical person. And when he thought about that, uh, he started questioning one thing. What is truth? Is this the truth or which or that dream was truth? So anyone who approaches Raja, king, he said only one thing. This is truth or that is truth. ये सच है या वो सच है. And he repeated these things continuously. Anyone who came to him, he just said, is this truth or that is truth? So that was a very logical question. And no one was able to answer that. And at that time, uh, great Saint Ashtavakra was going by near the kingdom, and he was a very intelligent person, and he knew that this had happened. And then what he did, he came to the Raja's palace and court, and when he came, king asked him also, either this is truth or that is truth. So Ashtavakra thought, said that when you were in the dream, is this all your wealth, centuries, power? Is this was there? So he said, no, this was not there. So he asked another question. He said, you are here right now, and what you feel or what you experience in that dream, the misery, loneliness, depression, all the bad things, are they now? Like you are feeling them now? So he said, no, it's not the case. So what he said is, so neither that is true nor this is true. The only thing that is true is you, because you experience that also and this also. So this was a very small story, and I hope I would have like explained you. Although you might not have fully accepted my answer. Like this is not the answer. This is just a starting story. And after that, there is a full-on hours and hours and days things that you can learn about it. So that's all for today.